Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'm going to look ahead through 2020 and beyond and see what we might expect from the world of ufology and alien contact. Just as the sun rises each and every morning, you can be sure that every new day will produce fresh reports of UFO sightings. Images will be uploaded, videos posted, and stories will be told. However, like the vast majority of UFO sightings in 2019, few of those that will be shared in 2020 will be convincing. The problem with the majority of images and videos is the fact that too many continue to be obvious cases of misidentification, fakes, and false alarms. The daily deluge of data is spoilt by the trolls, the agents of disinformation, the mentally unstable, and the narcissists. Even if anyone has the time to check and dismiss the obvious crank claims, the possible genuine reports fail the first test, which is corroboration. Are there any corroborating witnesses with their own footage or images? Do their accounts of the sighting bear any resemblance to the one published? Is there any other corroborating evidence in the form of radar, infrared, or other forms of recording? What makes the Nimitz incident and others like it so convincing and so irrefutable is the fact that there were multiple witnesses in the form of professional military aviators, corroborating testimonies from radar operators aboard ships and other aircraft, and infrared video footage that can be independently examined. It may well be that occasionally someone uploads a genuine image or video clip of a UFO sighting to one of the dozens of alien or UFO Facebook groups, but sooner or later people will just scroll on by, waiting for their next fix of news. Social media, or weapons of mass distraction if you like, is a beast with an inexhaustible appetite that keeps on growling at us day after day. The mischievous, the ignorant, and the gullible continue to feed the beast, wasting everyone's time. Meanwhile, any extraterrestrial or interdimensional being, any non-human intelligence, picks and chooses where and how it will appear, and to whom. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse, out of the corner of my eye, sang Pink Floyd in the track Comfortably Numb. Millions of people have had paranormal experiences, but without evidence that satisfies our limited knowledge of physics, they remain unproven, no matter how convincing they may have seemed to the experiencer. For many, these experiences were when they were children, before the indoctrination of schooling and the disbelief of others shut down their high sensitivity methods of perception. They were all subjective personal experiences, and some struggle even to find the right words to describe what they saw and felt in a way that conveys meaning to the listener. Contact with extraterrestrial or interdimensional beings or any non-human intelligence is almost always a personal experience. Those who have such close encounters are often left shocked and even traumatized. The time needed to come to terms with the experience is proportional to the intensity of the experience and the strength of the character of the contactee. Some never fully recover. Others may be deeply frightened, and yet another part of them wants to repeat the experience. Even though some within the UFO community may be sympathetic and open-minded, others are often skeptical, and this skepticism is often generated by frustration over the fact that it's yet another story that no one can prove. Dr. Helen Sharman made history in 1991 as the first British astronaut. She recently told the Observer newspaper, "There are so many billions of stars out there in the universe that there must be all sorts of different forms of life." She added, "It's possible they're here right now and we simply can't see them." Apollo astronaut Michael Collins replied in the affirmative when he was asked if he thought there was life elsewhere other than on Earth. And Apollo astronaut Dr. Edgar Mitchell's published works regarding non-human intelligences are widely known. But of course, scientists, and everyone else, want proof. The problem is that they seek proof within the boundaries of what they know and accept as science. If you want to prove metaphysical reality, then you have to take the step over those boundaries into territory that we haven't yet found the words or the science to describe and explain. So people will continue to experience UFOs, non-human intelligences, and other paranormal events, while others listen to their accounts with nagging skepticism. The real game change will occur when the number of scientists who have experienced close encounters reaches a critical mass and the fog of disbelief lifts and melts away. Then the world's scientists, and everyone else, will have no option but to admit that we exist in a multi-dimensional universe in which we intermingle with non-human intelligences. It's only logical that intelligent beings wishing to pass on information of benefit to the human race would seek out the minds of those capable of processing and using that information. They would seek out the mathematicians, aerospace and other engineers, and the scientists, not the politicians or the military personnel, unless it were to negotiate to avoid conflict. For example, listen to Ed Bell Bruno's own description of his close encounter, as told to Whitley Strieber in his December 2019 podcast. Or watch the video I made about Deep Prasad's experience. Aliens may arrive in physical craft, or perhaps use portals that give them the ability to seemingly magically appear and disappear. The subject is further complicated by the fact that, according to some sources, Earth's visitors include many races. Consequently, they differ in their attitudes to humans and their agenda for visiting Earth, not to mention their appearance. Some may be benign and helpful, others may be indifferent, though I cling to the notion that none are totally hostile. If that were the case, then we would already be annihilated or enslaved. For more on this, go to ufologyweb.com and read the posts in the non-human intelligences category. It's bad enough giving thought to the idea that they are indifferent to the shock and fear that their appearance generates without thinking even gloomier thoughts. So, will 2020 be the year of disclosure? Well, as I've mentioned in a previous video, disclosure is a process, not a single event. We are already in the process of disclosure. It's already happening. It's up to all of us to stop getting distracted and pay attention to what's going on. Humans capture animals, remove them from their natural habitat, and separate them from their family groups for tests that may be for the greater good of the individual animal or the entire species. The emotional and mental impact on the animal may be stressful, but we do it anyway, even if later we bestow kindness. Humans rescue animals orphaned by the violence of other humans, demonstrating love and compassion in contrast to cruelty, two extremes found in the human species. Visits by non-human intelligences at our current level of civilization are an opportunity for us to lift ourselves out of the mire of barbarism, corruption, and wanton destruction. It's a chance to use rapid growth in science to solve some of the fundamental problems we've created. We should embrace this opportunity, but not with wild and unchecked enthusiasm. We should proceed, but do so with caution, so that we fully understand the nature of the relationship, the repercussions, and the likely outcomes. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has given you food for thought. Please give this video a like and share it with others who may be interested in this subject. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the next video on this or related subjects.